Welcome to an average Indian sports podcast where we run from responsibility but expect gold at the finish line. Today's episode is about athletics, the loneliest Olympic sport in the most populated country. India expects in athletics like a parent who's never helped with homework, no training, no clue, full confidence in gold. We don't know what heats are. We don't know how qualifying works. We just sit with our chai and say, अरे यार फाइनल में तो गोल्ड लाना चाहिए. Athletics is the loneliest Olympic sport. No team, no coaching from sidelines, just you, your lane, and a nation of WhatsApp coaches who think steeplechase is some kind of cheese. Today's episode is about a sport barely understand, rarely watch, but magically expect to win every time someone runs, jumps, or throws. For a country that doesn't run, we sure expect people to sprint. India's Olympic track record in athletics, mostly a long distance event called undeserved confidence. There have been moments, of course, the Milkha Singhs, the PT Ushas, the ones we dust off for motivational reels every Independence Day. But medals, chill, shiny, hang on neck medals, until recently, almost none. And yet, we expect every Olympics someone to outrun Kenya and Jamaica just because we once ran late to tuition in butter shoes. That's madness. We don't have the history, just the hope. Even when our athletes run alone, jump alone, through alone, we expect them to carry the weight of 1.4 billion expectations built entirely on vibes. Let's be honest, running has never been our thing. Kids awkwardly jog during PT, hunting for excuses to faint. Adults don't run, they sway. We are a country where people want six packs from sweat free routines, morning stretches, WhatsApp gut health forwards, and turmeric fantasies. Cardio? That's what we call walking in the office parking lot post lunch. And race walking? That's not a sport. That's how we move while trying to hold pee in a shopping mall. Still, we expect medals. We romanticize barefoot athletes and say, that's grit. Deep down, we are hoping someone else runs. While we digest parathas and post hashtag inspiration. We don't train. We don't track. We barely jog unless it's toward gulab jamun buffet. And then we lounge in our elastic shorts and go, अरे ये फाइनल में क्वालिफाई क्यों नहीं हुआ? Indian sports fandom is seasonal, like mangoes, sweet, intense, and forgotten by October. Right now, it's javelin season. Everyone knows Chopra. Everyone's an expert in stick throwing physics. Ask what heptathlon is. Someone will say new HR policy. We love obsession, not commitment. We hop from badminton to shooting to athletics like it's a nationalism buffet. Short lived, surface level. Deleted the moment cricket takes back. When someone wins in athletics, suddenly it trends. Suddenly it's our sport. But behind every hashtag is sweat that never trended. Trials with empty stadiums, training during weddings, during exam season, during mango season. Because athletes keep showing up even when we don't. Javelin is trending. Shot put might be next. Steeplechase, maybe never. But somewhere in those events we don't care about, someone's still running, still throwing, still showing up. So, I heard this wonderful gentleman, a self proclaimed athletics expert, who runs a training camp somewhere between his 2 years. His idea? Teach Indian athletes how to win gold using only metaphors and motivational quotes stolen from WhatsApp forwards. Here's what he told his train. Sprint is simple. Just run like Gen Z runs away from accountability. Relay is like startup culture. Run your part, pass the blame. 400-meter hurdles. That's running while jumping over your past mistakes and two potholes. Triple jump. Imagine you're jumping over your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations in that order. Shot put. Just throw your responsibilities away. Literally, long jump. That's leaving your needs, your wants, and your EMI all in one hop. And steeplechase. That's brunch with obstacles. The trainee nodded silently. He didn't understand a word, but in true Indian tradition, he said, "Yes, sir, I will try my best." This is Indian athletics, not just misunderstood, but mistranslated. We don't know the difference between a heat and a final, but we expect world records in humid weather with flat couples and two uncles fighting in the background. The truth is, most of us don't need coaching. We need subtitles for the sport, for the rules, and for our own illusions. So, what now? Should you start running? Please don't, especially not in those flip flops. You'll pull a hamstring and sue me for emotional damage. But maybe next time the Olympics come around, watch one full race, not the highlight, not the medal moment, the whole thing. You'll be confused for the first 40 seconds, then bored, then emotionally invested like it's the final round of Kaun Banega Crorepati. Someone will be in lane 4. Someone will fall behind. Someone will come back. And for 9.7 seconds, you'll feel something. That's athletics. Drama without dialogue. No hashtags, no slow-mo, just silence and spikes. And if that's too deep for you, just pick an athlete with a cool name and pretend you have always supported them. We won't judge. That's what half the country did with Neeraj anyway. Start small. Watch one qualifying heat. Mispronounce heptathlon with confidence. You don't need to run. Just don't scroll past the ones who do. That's all we're saying. One cheer, one lane, one emotionally confused fan at a time. This has been an average Indian's sports podcast where we don't run track, but we do run our mouths. Until then, stay whatever, stay however. And remember, steeplechase is not a brunch plan. Catch you next time. Same delusion, different sport.